Hello, I'm Ken Carpenter, and this is Invest AI Savvy, where AI powers smart investing. Welcome to Wednesday, March 18th, 2026. Without the Wall Street Journal data available this morning, we're moving straight into the social intelligence layer. And what we're seeing is a market running on conversation rather than catalysts. Equity and crypto attention are running in parallel this morning, with 13 equities and 6 crypto assets in the top 20 and a collective sentiment reading of plus 0.155. Cautiously constructive, but far from euphoric. The dominant narrative category is other at 92% of the top 50, meaning this cycle is driven by social chatter and technical pattern discussion rather than hard catalysts like earning or regulatory events. That tells us we're in a consolidation phase where retail traders are building consensus around setups rather than reacting to news. Let me explain what we're looking at today through the lens of the Z-score surge classifications. The Z-score measures how many standard deviations above or below the 30-day average in assets discussion volume sits. Normal activity is below 1.5, elevated is 1.5 to 2.5, surging is 2.5 to 4.0, and explosive is anything above 4. Today, we have two names sitting at Z equals 6.3, Amazon and Microsoft, the highest attention scores in this run, but their signals diverge sharply, and that divergence is the story. Amazon carries a positive sentiment of plus 0.1, but here's the disconnect. There's a bearish fundamental thesis circulating around margin compression, job cuts, and insider selling with downside targets at $200 and below. That makes Amazon a crowded and contested name right now. You have social optimism fighting against deteriorating fundamentals. When you see that configuration, elevated intention, thin positive sentiment, hard bearish catalysts, what you're watching is a setup for resolution. Either the bulls break through and invalidate the thesis, or the fundamentals catch up and the name rolls over. Amazon is at that inflection point today. AMD posts the strongest positive sentiment in equities at plus 0.23, but the catalyst is telling. Markets are pricing in disappointment from the GTC event. That means the sentiment you're seeing is retail optimism fighting against a post-event fade. AMD failed to generate a significant positive momentum following GTC, which suggests the announcements or product expectations didn't land. When you see strong sentiment after a catalyst that didn't deliver, that's usually late cycle retail buying into weakness. Watch for the follow through or failure at current technical levels over the next 24 to 48 hours. Palantir at Z equals 2.4 with plus 0.25 sentiment and a confirmed technical setup is the cleanest signal in this run. You have a bullish trader community aligned on structure, moderate attention that isn't crowded yet, and positive momentum confirmation. Palantir is elevated surge classification, not explosive, which means you're early enough to still capture the move if it validates. This is what we call an early mover setup in the BuzzPulse model. Rising attention, positive sentiment acceleration, technical structure intact. Now let's move to LunarCrush crypto intelligence. Galaxy Score is LunarCrush's real-time social intelligence metric for crypto, scored from 0 to 100. It's independent of BuzzPulse Z-score baselines and measures community engagement, content velocity, and influence distribution across crypto-native platforms. Today's top 3 by Galaxy Score. ADA leads with a Galaxy Score of 70 and AltRank of 52. That's strong community interest building with improving social rank momentum. LTC comes in at Galaxy Score 67 and AltRank 94. showing strong community interest but lower relative ranking in the broader crypto ecosystem. Solana sits at Galaxy 65 and AltRank 46, indicating strong community interest with solid positioning in the social hierarchy. But here's the urgent alert. BNB just fired a high-severity Galaxy Score spike to 62 against a 7-day average of 45, combined with a 154 position AltRank surge from 183 to 29. That is the strongest LunarCrush signal in this entire run and warrants immediate attention. When you see a Galaxy spike of that magnitude paired with a triple-digit AltRank surge, you're watching institutional-grade social momentum building in real time. It's not just rising, it's breaking out across multiple social intelligence dimensions simultaneously. Bitcoin deserves a quick mention here. Improving AltRank from 170 to 80, combined with Peter Brandt's mid 80K chart pattern, the target makes BTC the most credible escalation candidate in this cycle. That's technical structure meeting social momentum validation. The divergence signals to monitor most closely, INTC and SoFi are both flagged as buzz price. Divergence flags in BuzzPulse mean social attention and price action are out of sync, and one of them will catch up to the other. Historically, divergence precedes directional resolution within 6 to 24 hours. If Amazon's bearish fundamental narrative gains traction on the tape and the stock rolls over from current levels, that would be the single clearest signal that the sentiment optimism is losing to fundamentals in this cycle. What to watch? BNB's LunarCrush spike resolution over the next 12 hours, Amazon's price action against the $200 bearish target level, and whether Palantir confirms its technical setup with follow-through volume. Until tomorrow, I'm Ken Carpenter. This is Invest AI Savvy, and that's the way it is.